New Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome into the show, everybody. Glad you're here with us. It is 6:05. It is August 13th. It is a Wednesday. Happy hump day. So glad you were with us today. Projo alongside as well. We know what we do. We talk St. Louis. We talk items and things that are happening all throughout the St. Louis area. And of course, we love it when you jump into the show, when you like, subscribe, share our show, and of course, let everybody know what we have going on. With that being said, what is going on with you? Jump in, let us know what you're seeing, what's happening in your work life, your professional life, anything from that standpoint. We love it. We like to participate with you guys. I say, Projo, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Are you ready to get going here?
I am.
All right. There you go. Because it seems like everything from a technical standpoint today is slow. I know we're on. It just, I try to talk to these comments and it's like, nope, we're going to be slow today. We're going to act like it's a Monday.
I will double check it.
And we're like, okay, all right, there we go. Cardinals lost last night. That's what I say. Are they fool's gold? They frustrate me. They should be sweeping the Rockies. Now today they're hoping to win one to take 2 or 3. And I'm like, wait a second. 2 or 3 from the Dodgers, 2 or 3 from the Cubs. And then they have to win today from their own selves to get 2 or 3 from the Rockies. I guess it would be worse than things could be worse. They are just 1 game above 500, and they're trying to get things going before they hit the road after a long homestand that they have had. Okay, you guys know what you can do. You can watch us and stream us on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Once again, X, YouTube, and Facebook. That's where you can watch us. Stream us, jump it in the show from your comment standpoint as well. And participate with us, participate with others. We love it when you guys do that too. You can also give us a phone number. That phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. I'm curious how the weather has been. If you went to the Cardinals game, we got something coming up later in the show when it comes to ballpark food. There's a guy traveling the country doing things on social media, trying to make sure that everybody knows who has the best food options when it comes to ballparks. For example, Projo, this is what I was wanting you to look at when you get a chance, my friend. Yeah, I thought that's why you were coming in. So I don't know what's going on there, but who has the best options when it comes for food? And this guy, I had no idea. I knew Busch Stadium had several options, but I didn't even realize how many options Busch Stadium had all around the stadium. I think it might blow your mind, absolutely blow your mind of just how many options they have at the ballpark, which is just fine. So if you're heading down to the ballpark, obviously maybe you have your favorites. If there's something that you so desire when you go to a game, let us know. What is your go-to? The other thing, over at St. Louis City SC, they also have a lot of St. Louis options as well over there at their at Energizer Park. And of course, we just like to promote it for you if you're in the St. Louis area. And of course, if there's anything else that you want to tell us about when it comes to your game experiences that you absolutely have to have, we love to get that as well. Okay, 6:09 on a Wednesday morning. Looking outside, looks like the cloud cover this morning. Don't necessarily have that sunshine that we're used to having in the morning, so we don't have that right now, but maybe that'll change a little bit coming up later in the show. So I told you about what we have coming up when it comes to a guy that's traveling the country right now, ranking the best ballpark food options and so forth. Might blow your mind just how many options Busch Stadium has. We say good morning to you, Ben Kahn. Glad you're with us this morning. Thanks for jumping in from old Winties over there. On the show, we'll talk about this is this interesting story. Remember last week we were talking about cameras in bedrooms, bathrooms, Airbnbs? Yeah, well, a guy just got arrested. They found him in a portable bathroom. We'll tell you where. Over in Clinton County, that's where this one happened. Also, I've seen this construction going on for some time when I've been down at the Lake of the Ozarks, and so many people from the St. Louis area go to the lake. The amusement park that's coming, absolutely phenomenal. What they're building right now down at the lake. We'll talk to you about that. It's massive. The only thing they have at the lake, don't have at the lake that they should have at the lake, and it all gets into the lobbyist and the tax, is a casino. I'm shocked that there is no casino at the lake, and I'm told it's because people who live there vote against it.
Probably because of the show Ozark.
Oh, yeah. Well, it could be. I still think, man, if there was a casino at the lake, it would. It would be insanely packed.
As long as it's
It'd
not
probably
run by the
take-
cartels.
It would probably take business away from other businesses.
Oh,
There's-
yeah, without a doubt.
and
Just
they'd be like, yeah, we don't like that. But then lobbyists are the ones who dictate a lot of those things and who's paying to keep other people out. I mean, it is. Everything is controlled by money. I think you know that by now. But after working in news for so long, it became very, it is. Everything's about money, connections. It's not always about right or just or fair. It's about money. It's about money, 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 money. That's why you hear money is the root of all evil. But yes, money can buy you happiness. I'm sorry. I changed that around. Money may be the root of all evil, but it can also buy happiness.
I'd like a little happiness right now.
6:11 is the time. It's Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, August 13th. Did I say money can buy you happiness?
Yes. You
Okay,
did.
I thought I just want to make sure that I said that. The best barbecues in the state of Missouri by mashed.com. It's always one of those fun things, St. Louis or Kansas City style. And then within each city, there are so many choices of good barbecue. There just are, in my humble opinion. We'll talk about who they say is number one throughout the St. Louis area. Pro Job was kind of hoping when I read the story, it was you. Somebody won a $2 million scratcher tick off from the Schnucks over in Richmond Heights.
Wish it was me too.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Angie. Good morning to you, Ben. $2 million scratcher. Check it off. I've always wondered if the scratchers are really worth it. Because the
Somebody won
studies,
$2 million.
I know, you're right. Somebody's got to win. Talked about the Cardinals. We'll get back into them again today. I saw Fox. They put a local Fox. They put a story up about a story that they did with John Albel many, many years ago with the Mafia in St. Louis. There was a book written about it back in 2011. They did a remake of that story. Pretty damn good story when you think about Mafia connections in St. Louis, because you'd hear about them, but they were kind of destroyed early on in the early 80s, because of some informants that put, I think it's 30 big people easy, quickly. One of those informants was found dead in Arizona later in life. Where the coroner's official report was gunshot inflicted on one's own head. Interesting. But it's just the whole the whole phenomenon of Mafia and just how it became glamorized and everything with all the movies of Hollywood. And St. Louis had its own little connection, which
So around the time that the casino was made,
yeah.
St. Louis was being
Well, no, what do you mean casino? No, the movie
Or-
Casino was way after. It was about those days, but not about St. Louis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I know. I was saying that was all happening about the same time
Yeah,
that movie came
yeah.
out.
What else we got? The only Division I football team in the St. Louis area is Lindenwood. They continue to get better and better. We'll hear from their head coach with some sound. Also, if you're looking for them to do this weekend, Taste of St. Louis. Taste of St. Louis, a big, big, big deal coming up this weekend. We'll tell you about some news. We told you about Incredible Pizza, who is closing their doors. And I was told it was because of fighting that it became. And did you and I talk about this? Or was it
Yeah,
somebody
I
else?
think we reported on it.
No, we reported on it, but we did not report why.
Oh, I think somebody in the comments said why.
Oh, I
when we
didn't
were
know if
reporting on it.
it was on the comments. I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was in our text.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll tell you what has happened with that. And then coming up just over an hour from now, around 7:30, former KC95 DJ, radio host, Ken Suter will be joining us live in studio. He is now a guy that puts information out regarding what to do in traffic stops, what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. And of course, you've seen, there are a lot of these people. I went searching on social media
Yeah.
that give advice. St. Louis is also home to several good DUI attorneys.
Mhm.
The best is Travis Noble. You know the name. And you just go from there. We'll have that coming up at 7:30. So we love it when you guys like, subscribe, share the show. Continue to let people know what we're doing. We put out lots of reels that we try to do as well. And of course, when you guys look at those reels and share them, it helps us. And it gets us out to the masses, to more and more people who are out there. And if you guys have stories that we don't know, let us know. We always say like, subscribe, share our show, but also jump in on the chat line on Facebook, X, and YouTube so that we know that you guys are out there, number one. And number two, you guys have stories. We don't know everything. And that's what we want to be able to do to promote anything and everything that you guys are trying to do. When it comes to your day in St. Louis, what else is going on in St. Louis today? Maybe this weekend. You never know. And what the weather is going to be like. There's also the air show that's coming up this weekend, the Sunday, out at here, Spirit Airport in Chesterfield. They didn't do the big one. This was like an old World War II show.
Yeah, I saw a couple of planes when I was driving in.
When? This morning?
Well, actually, when I was driving out yesterday, there were some really old, looked like bombers, and
That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's what it is. Oh, you've got a show over. I saw a show for you, Projo, over at the factory on Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I found it for you.
What's this?
It was the Kids Bop Live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kids, like KIDZ, Kids
Right.
Bop Live.
Right.
Doors open at 6. Friday Night Clutch. They'll be over there. Once again, the factory continues. And then Brantley Gilbert, the Tattoos Tour coming Saturday night. And Sunday, the Marshall Tucker Band. Just Sunday. And then Monday, Clips. They're all there. So lots of groups coming in over there to the factory. Lots of things to do as well. So we are Arch City Now, getting you up and out the door every Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. And of course, we have fun with this show. We try to keep it a little light, just hit the headlines, the things that are happening all throughout St. Louis. Okay. This story with the hidden cameras. Man, we were telling you about it. People are still doing it. So this happened, and there's not a lot of information about it. But I don't know, and Projo, since you're the professional photographer, you say people can put cameras that are small as a pea or smaller.
Small as a pin. There are cameras that will fit inside of a hole the size of a pin.
Okay, so once again, this is me learning not to trust people in life. It's been a gradual process, but I'm on my way. I'm getting better. So probably most everybody somewhere has been videotaped.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, so when you go into a restroom or a dressing room, there's chances. What do you think the chances of a camera would be there? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I mean,
I'm hoping
at least once in your life.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, where do the images go? Just to the sick individual?
I would imagine so, unless they have some sort of
The dark
online
web?
presence. Yeah.
Many years, I don't know, about 8 years ago, I did a story. We had him on our show before too. I think it was White Lion.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. All my information was on the dark web at that time. We literally looked me up.
Dang.
And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, but it's everybody. I'm like, what? I was like, how do you even access the dark web? And he's like, oh, there's all kinds of information about St. Louis on the dark web.
I don't even know how to get to the dark web, to be honest with you.
You have to have, and if anybody has information on that, you have to have another platform that you access it through. That's all I remember him showing me and talking to me about it when it came to the dark web. But it does happen. We also say good morning to you, Donna. But this time they found pictures, or they found two little cameras, recording devices inside of a church. And they're not giving you the church name right now. And they're not giving you the subject's name, which makes me think, why?
Where were the cameras at in the church?
Well, here, It wasn't the church. This is where it gets more interesting. It was inside a church's portable bathroom facility. So I started thinking, well, I was thinking a porta potty, but then no, they have those portables. I've
Like
seen
a
them like at the
trailer?
wineries. Yeah, they're like a trailer.
Yeah.
You walk up steps and then you go into each side.
Yeah.
Men on one side, women on the other.
Cabo Show had one of those, yeah. At the amphitheater in Alton.
So the sheriff there is calling it a gross violation of privacy, but they found 2 of them inside there. Where exactly? They don't say. And they also say that the footage was recovered within the vice and it was not transferred or seen by anyone. How would you be able to know if the video has not been transferred?
If it's a camera that doesn't connect through Wi-Fi or any kind of wireless connection, then and it only has a memory card. Apparently, somebody was coming in, taking the memory card. They weren't. It wasn't connected Bluetooth. Apparently, it was probably the type of camera. That's how they know.
Yeah, and they said right now information is limited on the suspect, but the suspect was taken into custody 2 days ago. Now they're trying to gather more evidence to present to the state attorneys for prosecution. And, you know, if it's just there, they're probably in other places. Where do you buy this stuff, Joe?
Online, I guess.
But
I'm sure you could probably get it on.
but if you're
Amazon.
buying it, people know why they're selling it.
Yeah.
They're it's for discreet activity.
Well, most people, they say that it's, you know, to keep an eye on your spouse to make sure that they're not bringing people into the house or whatever, you know, like or keep an eye on your kids to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. It's kind of like a nanny cam. Most of the time, that's what
Good
they're
point.
most of the time that's what they're labeled as. However, they're spy cams.
How expensive are they?
That I don't know. I have no idea.
But I just thought it was interesting. We just started talking about this store. I said it makes me wonder. It's like I look around. I've looked at sometimes. I'll put my cell phone light on like an alarm clock, or
yeah,
I'll
to
put
make
them
sure.
in the outlets and just to see.
Yeah.
And then other times I was just like I told you before, hey, I don't care. You want to look at me? Hey, come on in. You want to come into the bathroom with me and take a shower with me? I don't give a damn. I got so frustrated. I told you before. I know you guys think I'm crazy. If it meant that nobody ever went lost or was stolen again or abducted or trafficked or whatever, I would put a chip in my damn body. I would.
Not me.
I know. We put them in our pets. Did you put one in your dog?
Yeah, he's got a chip.
Okay. Maybe the dog wants a chip in you.
Because he can't communicate though, and he can't wear a collar because of a condition. So
okay.
he's got in his breed, their trait.
Why do we chip dogs? We chip dogs so we can
in
find
case they
them.
run away? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to run away, and people aren't going to be able to, you know.
I know.
People know who I am by my fingerprints, my teeth, everything.
That's yeah. Yeah. I just this camera deal. Now, I mean, are you looking and thinking anywhere and everywhere you go? Restaurants, bars? I mean, because we know there's some shady people.
I've had suspicions, and I just go about my business like, hey, if you want to see what this looks like, go right ahead, buddy.
That's my attitude.
Right.
Hey, it's like you want to. Okay. Hello. It is a Wednesday. It's a wild, wacky hump day. 6:24 is our time, August 13th. We're smiling. Ryan says a chip doesn't matter much anyway, considering we carry a GPS system around us wherever we go, our cell phones. Well, we do, but you can't find where everybody is on a cell phone just because they have a cell phone. You have to be somehow installed or put into their phone. You can't just follow somebody on their damn phone without.
Yeah, you gotta.
Joe, I can't just track you all day long, buddy.
No.
And golly, who would even want to do that?
You can hack into people's phones and even look. You know, you can like we were talking about. You can clone their phones.
How do you clone somebody's phone?
You would have to have access to their phone.
Exactly.
But they can clone your phone and spy on you the entire time. They can see what you're text messaging people.
Yeah, but wouldn't there
camera.
Wouldn't there be some sort of device, I mean, some sort of information left behind on the phone where you can see where they installed some sort of an app?
Yes.
Yeah,
You would
so-
have to dig really deep, and you would have to have knowledge on how to
Mhm.
find and where to find that.
And good morning to you, Tony and Ryan. Donna says, my cat is chipped, never goes out, but there's always that one time kitty might slip out. Well, that's true. I get it. Best cat I ever had, little Lily. She took off one night and she never came back. I was like, okay, that's a damn bummer.
See, that stuff, it's necessary for pets because they can't communicate. You don't have fingerprints or anything for them, you know?
No, I get it. I do. Also, Mr. Bowman says, but the police can have the cell phone company ping a person's phone and locate the general area they are in. And that technology is getting better and better.
True.
Yeah, but don't you have to have an affidavit to do that? Don't
Well,
you?
yeah, if somebody's missing,
Or missing. I mean, you can't just track people for the
No.
hell of it.
no.
But in this situation, yes. Greg's talking about an Apple tag in a pocket. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay. Yeah, we've heard those before.
But you can
I
tell
mean, that
if you
can help
haven't,
save your equipment.
yeah, and if you have an Apple device, you can tell if you're being tracked with an Apple.
Yeah,
tag,
how is
AirTag.
that?
I think it notifies you on your phone if you're traveling with an AirTag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think I've heard that. Yeah, there was a story. We'd done so many of them. It was over the weekend. More equipment that was stolen was recovered. Guess why? Because there was an AirTag hidden on the equipment.
Mhm.
You pay a lot of
Smart.
money for industrial equipment that you're using for whatever the services may be, construction, farming, street work, you name it, skid steers. Probably a good idea if you're leaving it out and about to have a damn AirTag on it. You'll find it. You'll get it. It'll all be good. Is it breaking? Oh, okay. Okay, 2 minutes. So the cameras strike again, or the recording devices. I guess sometime you can show me what those are, Pro Joe, because I legitimately have no idea what these little things look like.
I'll look some up.
As small as a pen, like a needle.
Yeah, I mean, they're called.
How do you
spy
get the
cameras for a
video
reason.
from it?
Well, most of those. I don't know what they
It's
were
just
using in
bizarre to
those
me.
bathrooms because that would take.
Doesn't even
It
make
would have
sense.
to. Yeah, it would have to be big enough to hold a memory card.
That's my point.
Right.
Like, where else is the video transmitting to, and how? What is the tangible thing that you can do that? Donna says, at times my tablet acts crazy. I wonder what's going on. Screen suddenly flashes like a photo is being taken of what I'm looking at. Difficult to describe.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It just flashed. You know how when you take a screenshot, how it
Mhm.
flashes and makes the little click.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
And here you go. As easy as this. You can just do a search for. Oh, I put soy camera. It was supposed to be spy camera, and it came up with spy cameras.
Smaller than dice.
Look at that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Those little things. Now you get an idea.
There's a USB outlet that has a spy camera in it.
It's just sad to say I know that these cameras are being used around the St. Louis area and every other city.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt, because there's a lot of sick, dumb people out there trying to do things.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be more like the college football players NIL. You want to make money on us and our images? I want my money.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say happiness is purchased through money?
Give me a cut on my naked body.
That's right. Hey, have I showed you my feet? Okay, we'll stop right there.
Oh, Greg.
August
wake me.
13th. It is 6:29. This is Arch City now. The sun is rising on what should be a great, glorious Wednesday day. When we come back, we'll talk more about these stories. Best barbecue in Missouri. You've also got that mafia story, which is weird. The amusement park that's coming to Lake of the Ozarks, phenomenal, plus a whole lot more. We'll be back with more. This is the Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. Police chiefs around St. Louis want to crack down on teen offenders. A 16-year-old carjacked an Uber driver last week and tried the same thing with a Lyft driver after he was released. Every system is being analyzed. 2 men have been charged with assault after allegedly hitting a woman and a man at the Missouri State Fair on Saturday. Jonathan Burdett Sr. and Devin Burdett of Lincoln, Missouri, faced charges after a fight. Jonathan also resisted arrest, according to officers.
Greg sent me your link.
300-mile-long butterfly conservation corridor following the route of Missouri's Highway 13 will connect what are currently fragmented habitats into a larger haven for pollinators. The Hamilton County Alliance is spearheading the project. There are 5 more phases yet to be finished. Washington University in St. Louis earned a #1 ranking in the Princeton Review's Best College Dorms. The review asked 170,000 students enrolled at more than 300 schools across the country. The campus offers freshmen and sophomores a fitness center, dining facilities, basketball, and sand volleyball courts. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have high pressure moving back into the area. We'll be getting sunshine today. Pretty warm, upper 80s on the afternoon high, upper 60s and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Looks about the same for Thursday, upper 80s and sunny. And then we get hot weather for the upcoming weekend. We're in the mid-90s on Friday and sunny, hot Saturday and Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Lou. Don't miss the Stiefel Charity Classic presented by Compliance Solutions, September 4th through 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. Watch PGA Tour champions compete and enjoy a live performance by music sensation OAR at Friday's community concert presented by CarShield. Tickets start at just $20. Kids, military, veterans, and first responders get in free. Get your tickets today at StiefelCharityClassic.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, good morning. Glad you were with us. Happy sunrise, St. Louis, August 13th, almost halfway through the month. 6:34 is the time. Appreciate you guys when you jump in on the chat line with us. We say good morning to you. Hello, guys. Greg and Ben and Donna, Joe. Just looking down the list right now. Tony as well. If you guys have ideas for shows, segments, we appreciate it. Cindy sent me some information yesterday regarding St. Charles County. We appreciate that. We jump in when we can. Also, if there's anything that you know of when it comes to an event happening in your neck of the woods, that's happening with your company, your charity, whatever, let us know. We're focusing on St. Louis. That's what we do. We talk about this area, this region, and everything that's happening in between. You can watch us and stream us every day on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Appreciate it when you do that. That's where you also jump in on the chat line. You can also learn more about our other shows. By the way, that show that follows us every day at 8 o'clock is Hot Take Central 2.0. We love to promote all of our own fun, entertaining sports show, entertainment show with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. And you can learn more about all the programming that Dave Green has put together at louinfo.com. And of course, there's a phone number. If by chance you ever get the inkling to call, we offer that opportunity as well. The phone number there is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Talking about events and things that are going on this weekend, not only do you have the air show at Spirit Airport in the Chesterfield Valley Sunday, the World War II exhibit, the air show, things from that standpoint. You've also got, and music shows that are around town, the factory, we were talking about some of those as well. You've also got the Taste of St. Louis. And I think the weather looks pretty good for that. I think that's what they were just talking about. Taste of St. Louis around the Clayton area. It really is. I just think it's a really cool event, especially when the weather's good. It makes sense. It works. A really good place, really cool thing to go do. So that's something else that you can go do and check out this weekend. Coming up at 7:30, we're going to talk with a former KC95 radio host, DJ Ken Suter, who now advertises and promotes and tries to educate, teach people on what to do in traffic stops. So he'll be in studio. We'll talk about that. Maybe share some experiences. Maybe you guys have been through some of those situations and know exactly what to do. Maybe you don't. And of course, we'll help you from that standpoint. When it comes to best barbecue in the state of Missouri, there's so many good places. Kansas City has some really good barbecue. I'm a St. Louis guy. I love our barbecue, but there's so many damn good places. I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, or you could have 8 to 12 winners. And just because you hear something that's barbecue, one place may do an incredible brisket and another place may have better ribs. One place may have a sauce that is better than another place. Somebody else may do a pork that is crazy good, or the way that they do it as opposed to somebody else. But one thing always is, it remains the same at all those places. There's nothing like the smell of fresh barbecue. And for Projo gasoline. But anyway.
Gasoline and barbecue. Now, there's a good combo.
You know, it made me think about that. I was getting gas yesterday and I got some on my hand, and I thought about all the people that told me they love the smell of gasoline. I'm smelling my fingers as I'm walking in. Yeah.
I don't know what is it about it. Yeah, see, you were smelling it.
Oh, yippee. Yippee, yippee. So when it comes to Missouri bragging rights for the state of best barbecue, mashed.com, they go around, they do something like this, I guess, every year. So the food writers from Mashed survey said, mashed.com says the best barbecue in the state of Missouri, in their humble opinion, is Bogart's Smokehouse in St. Louis.
Never heard of it.
Bogart's. I have. Not Pappy's, not Sugar Fire, not the other places. There's a great place over in St. Charles off Highway 70. I can't remember the name of it right now. If somebody knows.
Bandanas.
You did not just say that.
I mean, it's off of 70 over in St. Charles.
Projo, you just did. Blasphemy. With all due respect to bandanas. They're good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
I eat once a week.
But that's blasphemy to the place that I've
Yeah.
had. No, it literally, it's like, I think it's almost like it's in maybe a strip mall, Highway 70. My dad introduced me to it. It's some pretty damn good stuff. And of course, everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own taste when it comes to food, music, whatever. Greg from the chat line says he bakes his ribs for 30 minutes at 300 degrees before putting on his grill. Okay. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll say that. Donna's, we'll get into this. It's maybe a conversation for you later in the show as well. I was stopped when I was much younger. The officer said I coasted through the stop sign. I told him I was just a dumb blonde. He let me go on my way. Well, yeah, if somebody says something, yeah, don't argue with them. Don't open your mouth and prove that you're something or not. Just let him let you go. Yeah, I know some people who got off, but I also know some people who don't get off.
She used a dumb blonde card.
Yeah, it all depends on the officer, the time, what the degree of, I guess, penalty you just committed, those things that can happen. But so congratulations to Bogarts. Don't you know if you guys have favorites when it comes to your favorite barbecue places throughout St. Louis, and why? And why do you choose it? But because when I taste barbecue, it's so hard for me to tell what's better. Like when you're eating good barbecue, can you really tell all that much better what something is than something else?
Yeah, I think so.
Can.
There's a place called Monty's out in Troy. And that guy, he's a Q master.
What makes a Q master? Because I've known so many friends of mine, like literally 5 or 6, that go and compete in competitions and they're like, well, I'm winning. I was like, how can everybody be winning?
Well,
Like, are there like a million barbecue contests? You go down to like Wenty's has a contest and somebody's the champ of Wenty's?
You know, I think it's all just perception, to be honest with you, because some people like a tangy barbecue sauce. Some people like a smoky barbecue sauce.
Okay. That's what I'm getting at.
Right. So, I mean, it really is just
Somebody
in the
likes,
eye of the beholder.
when you say tangy, do you mean sweet?
Well, sweet and tangy. Tangy like a ketchup. Ketchup's tangy. It's not sweet, right?
I think ketchup's sweet.
Well, it has a sweetness to it, but it's also tangy.
I mean, who would ever put ketchup on a steak?
No.
Or ketchup on eggs?
I put ketchup on eggs.
I know you are.
Scrambled eggs, though.
Even worse. I mean, who wants to put ketchup like on a sunny side up egg?
Yeah, no, that's gross.
Ugh. Ugh. Art City Now, jump in with your favorites when it comes to the barbecue. That's fine. Even though Bogarts was named best barbecue in the state for this year when it came to mash.com. And I love it when the people aren't from the state and then they come here and then they think that, or they decide what they think is the best when it comes to that and why. And that gives you a little bit more of an idea. It's like, okay, well, we're coming in here to check this out. And by the way, Bogarts is in Soulard. I forgot to tell you that earlier. And guess what? They're also part of the same restaurant family as Pappy's.
Interesting.
So there you go. There's your connection.
So what, they're owned by some of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
They give that Memphis style, Louisiana style.
Nice.
Pulled pork, smoky brisket, the tri-tip sirloin, the apricot. Do you say apricot or apricot?
It doesn't matter. I say apricot.
Apra?
Yeah.
I say apra. Apricot, glazed ribs, pastrami, and smoked turkey breast. Lots of sandwiches available as well. So congratulations to them. They also, I was looking for some of the other, Bogarts has 2 sister restaurants, Pappy's and Dally's, D-A-L-I-E-S, Dally's.
Never heard of them either.
So those are throughout the St. Louis area. Pappy's, by the way, is located on South 9th Street in St. Louis City. And 10:30 a.m. to 4 Tuesday through Thursday. And then on the weekends, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Or until all the product runs out. That happens a lot of times.
It's probably why they're not open through dinner.
When it comes to barbecue. Yeah, exactly. So you get another idea of what's happening when it comes to these fun barbecue places throughout St. Louis. And of course, if somebody likes to barbecue, everybody starts to think that they know what they're doing. They do.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah.
You're the meat man. That's what you told me.
Well, yeah. I mean, if all right, so if
all
you
those models that you go, they want you to come over. Joe, they don't like you.
Right.
They don't like your company.
They just want me to feed them.
They,
even though most of them don't eat.
I'm not going to say that.
Sorry.
They want. Oh my God, I could go so many places. All right, meat man. What were you going to say?
All right. I don't remember.
I'm making you blush.
I guess.
Okay. We are here. Good morning to you, Cindy. I gave you a shout out earlier, thanking you for the St. Charles information. 6:45 is the time. August 13th, Arch City Now, getting you up and at it on a Wednesday throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. If you guys have stories, ideas, let us know things that are happening throughout the area. Cardinals lost last night, 3-0. Pissed me off, frustrated me to death. I want to believe in them. And then I get set back. You don't get shut out to the Rockies again. It's just that they were in Colorado, and I think they got shut out too. Greg wants to know if anybody remembers Groans Cafeteria and Woodson Terrace. No.
Nope.
No, I don't. Groans?
Yeah, that sounds...
It doesn't even sound good. Somebody's going to say, oh, it's amazing. They had the best apple pie or something from that standpoint.
Sounds like an all-you-can-eat buffet, because after that, I'm groaning.
Okay. There you go. There you go. There's
an
an attempt. I'm following it. I'm following with you. Hey, $2 million ticket, a scratcher ticket won in Richmond Heights. Okay. Has anybody ever won or known anybody that's won a significant amount of money in the lottery?
I think the most I've ever won from a scratcher is $100.
That's damn good.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've never done that.
Yeah. There's usually one of those in every pack.
You know, and it always seems like a birthday, Christmas gifts. You could buy, like, people buy a ton of them. I think there was like $52 once on like 100 tickets or something that I saw a kid win. Has anybody ever won anything? Because $2 million scratcher's ticket in Schnucks, Richmond Heights. And of course, I get it. Like the commercial said, somebody's going to lotto, might as well be you. And then I've heard conspiracy theories. Oh, you're never going to win. They already know who's going to win. Who knows a lottery winner? I do. I know one from the state of Michigan. But that's it.
Nope.
Oh, my God. Greg said, Vic, you nailed it. They were known for their pies. Of course. Everybody has a good pie. Oh, that place down the street, they had a good pie.
Yeah, if it's a cafeteria.
It's called Groans. I'm excited. It's 6:47, guys. Thanks for jumping in, sharing our show, letting people know what we got going on here. So I knew okay, there we go. Thank God. Ryan, was it a St. Louis area person? Ryan says a friend of mine once won $1,000 on a scratch off. I mean, I would love, I'm visualizing that. I'm manifesting it. I am going to win a lottery. I mean, $1,000. I've never known anybody to win anything except one person. And I didn't know the person when it happened. I met them after the fact when it happened. And I don't know if I ever shared that story before, but it was a woman in Michigan. So her ex-husband won as they were going through a divorce.
Oh.
And he tried to hide it. Yeah, that came out. And he ended up giving a whole lot more of that to the soon-to-be ex-wife than it was kept for him. Under state laws, those things were different. That was, and I'll save their names for that right now, but there's news stories about it. But she's the only one. Remember I said money buys happiness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think money's bought her a whole lot of happiness.
It causes complications too. But
of course it does.
I'd rather have the happiness that comes with the complications.
There you go. Greg says, by the way, Groans Cafeteria was really popular back in the day. And of course I nailed it. They had good pies. Oh yeah, Bell Vegas, baby. Ryan, I went to school in Belleville. Shout out to Bell Vegas. Glad your friend was from Belleville and won $1,000 on a scratch. Is that it? From the people who are listening today, and well, the people who are actually watching, so many more people listen on radio, but yeah, we have the podcast aspect for you too. I'll have to share that a bit later in the show too. $1,000 from your friend Ryan. You won $100. I think the most I've ever won on a scratchers was $5 or something, $5. And then of course, somebody who won the Michigan lottery, kind of like I think at that time it was kind of like a Missouri Lotto, maybe kind of like that. I think it was like I don't know, maybe
like a state lottery,
maybe, but it was but it got up to like 20 million or something. Yeah. So $2 million, somebody's richer. I'm just curious if anybody ever knows anybody that's actually won. I know the odds are slim and none that people are going to win.
Very few and far between.
But, I remember this guy that won a scratchers down in South County. He purchased it. I can't remember the Schnucks. It was a newer Schnucks in South County. He just he's like, yeah, I went in to get, I think he was like, I had to go get some fruit or vegetables for my wife. And I was like, yeah, might as well get a ticket. He got a ticket. And then he went home next day, checks. He's like, I just won $300,000. Just like that. Didn't even go there to buy a ticket. He's like, well, I'm there. I'll just buy a ticket. So he's like, yeah, I got $300,000. Donna says she won $60 years ago. There you go. Donna says my mom played her whole life, never won. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that can happen. I'm just trying to talk about it. $2 million ticket. Congratulations to whoever won over there in Richmond Heights, in the Richmond Heights area, when it came to that whole situation. What's going on? Okay. We talked about the Cardinals losing. We talk about food. We like to jump around and get to different subjects. There is a man traveling the St. Louis area, and he is doing food, or not, he's traveling Major League Baseball parks around the country, trying to let people know what the best food is at ballparks and what every ballpark has. This absolutely blew my mind. I had no idea that, because I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the food. If I'm going to eat, if I eat a hot dog, I'm eating a hot dog and mustard. I don't eat ketchup. I know there's a lot of people who like to put ketchup on, and that's cool too. It's all good. Maybe a bratwurst. But look at what this guy put together when he traveled to Busch Stadium, and he's traveling the country, putting together the best options for food and what parks have, and then ranking them. Joe, with your culinary background, I'll be curious to get your thoughts as soon as this ends.
Okay.
And go from there. So here we go.
I'm looking for the best stadium food in the country. And tonight I'm at Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals. I figured a team with so much on-field success would put forward some great bites. Turns out they're serving up things I've never seen before at a ballpark, and they take their hot dogs and ice cream game very seriously. Speaking of hot dogs, let's get nuts right off the bat. The Slinger dog is completely insane. They gave me a bib to wear. It's got hash browns underneath, taco meat, cheese, and 2 fried eggs on top. It's difficult to eat, but I loved it. Moving on to the pastrami dog, topped with onions, sauerkraut, spicy mustard, and grilled pastrami. Yes, everything about it, yes. The brisket dog is a monster. It's loaded up with in-house chopped brisket, barbecue sauce, fried onions, and garlic aioli, and it can easily feed a small family. But the best Busch Stadium dog easily is the bacon-wrapped hot dog. You can customize the toppings, but here's the ideal combo. Baked beans, barbecue sauce, garlic aioli, pico, and fried onions. It might be the best stadium hot dog I've ever had. Shaq's Big Chicken has very solid chicken tenders and chicken sandwiches, but the 314 sandwich is the one. Nashville hot chicken on a red bacon maple glazed donut with pickles and Shaq sauce. Sounds ridiculous, and it's not ridiculous, but it's awesome. I didn't think St. Louis had this in their bag, but Session Taco has outstanding fried shrimp tacos. They have an entire stand dedicated to Latin cuisine, Cuban sandwiches, arepas. They've got beef and chicken empanadas. They've got fried sweet plantains. And in my relatively meaningless opinion, they're fantastic. Intentional Wok has dumplings and stir fry and orange chicken. Not exactly what I'd seek out at a baseball game, but no complaints here. You can make make your own frozen cocktail, which I took full advantage of. Pina colada and strawberry daiquiri for me. A little Miami Vice action. Busch Stadium also has the first ever crumble in a Major League Baseball stadium. They have 4 cookies to choose from every game, including a Busch Stadium exclusive flavor. And like I said, they really flex when it comes to ice cream. These are called Wachos, or waffle chip nachos, topped with 3 scoops of ice cream, Oreos, chocolate sauce, strawberry sauce, whipped cream. Freddy's Frozen Custard has a stand where they're only selling sundaes, shakes, and concretes. But the bite of all bites at Busch Stadium is at Dinger's Donuts. Freshly fried mini donuts with Freddy's vanilla custard, plus chocolate and vanilla frosting. The hot donuts, the cold custard, it's a lethal combination. These are insane. They're honestly one of my favorite stadium bites I've ever had. Busch Stadium is kind of a powerhouse. I'm looking for the
A powerhouse.
I'm hungry now.
I know, number 6. I apologize to Busch Stadium. I had no idea, the vendors, that there was so much there. And somebody just said, oh, I got halfway through. Maybe we'll show it before we take our next break at 7:30 or right before 7:30. But here's the thing. You have all those options. Sometimes you try too hard. Everybody is, I shouldn't say everybody. Several people, as Joe know, in the culinary industry want to recreate the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I am Gordon Ramsay.
Right.
I will figure it out. I'm the best. Sometimes you can go overboard with food. We know that. To me, a lot of that looked like, and I don't know, maybe they're amazing. What was in between the donuts? Do you remember? Was it chicken?
Yeah, well, in the donuts, it was oh my god,
and
was
the dessert.
Ham. It was basically ham. It was fried ham.
Okay,
I can't think of what they called it, but
so in summary, stadium food is designed to kill us. Coming from Ryan, love affair with food from the chat line.
Canadian bacon. Sorry.
Okay, and then I kind of agree with Greg. That's when I said I'm more old school with that. It's like, give me a beer and a brat.
Yeah, I would have took any of those hot dogs.
A beer and a brat.
Any of them.
Really, the desserts, freaking to die for. Looked absolutely amazing over there. But Busch Stadium, by the way, at the end of that, if you did not see, was ranked 6th. I think it was Houston. The Astros, maybe, that were ranked number 1 in food. Number 1 is what I think that he had when it came to that. And I think it was another Texas ballpark that he had at number 2 as well. That he had. So 2 Texas ballparks.
I'm letting it play through till that pops.
Oh,
up.
I've got it. I'm popping it up right now to tell everybody.
Gotcha.
What it is over there. Okay. Here's what you got. You've got, well, I just had it. Sorry, everybody. You've got the Astros, number 1. That's Dakin Park. Number 2, you've got Globe Life Field, the Rangers, Texas. Number 3, he's got Citizens Park, Philadelphia, ranked 3rd. Number 4, Progressive Field. That's where the Washington Guardians play. Number 5, Citi Field, the Mets in New York. Number 6, Cardinals coming in. So, pretty damn good. Like it. And then, so, Mets, Phillies, Cardinals in that range. Cubs are not above 6. So there you go. St. Louis doing it well. Don, a hot dog for me as well, Vic. Guys, we got to get out of here. We'll take a quick break. By the way, coming up at 7:30, consider what to do, what not to do when it comes to traffic stops. Also, really cool Mafia story. Fox 2 kind of redid about Roots in St. Louis. We'll chub into that as well and continue to go over some of these stories. We are Arch City Now. We are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Committee seeking to uncover any alleged ties between former President Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein. Committee Chair James Comer said during an interview, Clinton's alleged connection to Epstein should be uncovered during his testimony before the members of Congress, which could be as soon as October. Comer also subpoenaed former First Lady and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to give testimony in the House GOP's probe of matters surrounding Epstein. Clinton could refuse to testify, but would then be subject to repercussions from Attorney General Pam Bondi. President Trump may soon get the interest rate cut he's been asking for from the Fed.
That's because July's inflation report is better than expected. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt celebrated the news.
Today's CPI report revealed that inflation beat market expectations once again, and inflation remains stable.
The Labor Department shows the Consumer Price Index, a general measure of how much people are paying for goods and services, and a key inflation indicator, was up 0.2% from June. Many economists say the report should be evidence that Trump's tariffs are not leading to a spike in inflation, and it's now safe to cut rates, possibly as soon as September. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The Texas Department of Public Safety is trying to track down runaway Democrats who skipped town in order to stall controversial GOP redistricting efforts. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
Apparently nobody's out at the desk, so they were looking for somebody.
855-SHARE-40. News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel. A delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here. And when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family family, or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou information. The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday, St. Louis. August 13th is the day. The time right now, 7:05. Glad you're with us. Coming up at 7:30, Ken Sutter will join us, former KC95 DJ. He'll be in the studio talking to us about what not to do during traffic stops. He promotes and teaches a lot of people all across the country when it comes to those situations. I'm sure we've always been there before. Somebody has at one point in time on what to say, what not to say, whatever it may be. Also love it when you guys jump in with your stories, your ideas, your shout outs for whatever you want to do. You can do that and stream us every day. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. on Facebook, X, and YouTube. You can also jump in on the chat line on those services as well. We also have different media reels throughout TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube throughout the week as well. You can keep up with us that way too. You can also give us a call if you want to. The phone number there is 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. Love it when you guys are here. Thank you for being with us. And of course, when you guys jump in, it helps us. We have a lot more fun as we get you up and out the door. And of course, the show that follows us every day, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 o'clock, is Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. We cover all things St. Louis, all topics, whatever it is, whatever niche, what's going on, whatever news headline may be there for you. First of all, Cardinals lost last night, shut out by the Rockies 3-0. Really had a tough night at the plate. Not a great game to go watch, especially if you spent money. Hopefully you had a chance to enjoy some of the ballpark food and or drinks that we were just showing you in that last presentation from the gentleman, Rich Hamill, I think is his name, who's traveling the country, ranking the best foods at ballparks. And St. Louis comes in at number 6, which is a pretty good ranking when it comes to all the opportunities and varieties around the entire country. Best barbecue in the state of Missouri by mashed.com says it's Bogart's down in Soulard, kind of a sister restaurant to Pappy's. No surprise there. Some really good food going on from that standpoint. Also, you've got the Taste of St. Louis coming up this weekend. Always a good time, especially when the weather is good and dry. When it's not 100 degrees and it's not raining, it's a pretty cool place to go to and check out, especially when it comes to opportunities to do for the weekend. Did you guys see this story? I mean, if you've been at the lake and on a boat and driving around, you've probably seen it. I really love it. It's an amusement park, huge resort coming to the lake. And it's just, it's phenomenal to see it. Like, I think the lake needs a casino. I do. Or at least I do believe it would kill it. You know, if you have any idea. Well, now you've got a huge new amusement park, a 400-room resort coming in at the Lake of the Ozarks. It's been delayed a little bit. It's called Oasis at Lakeport, a massive, as I was just talking about, mixed-use facility. And it's right near the Grand Glaze Bridge, right along U.S. Highway 54. Literally, as you're driving in, you see it. A $400 million project on 20 acres dedicated to amusement rides as well as a water park. And we were talking about Six Flags struggling. This looks like it would be amazing. Now, they plan on opening this in the summer of 2026 with a full completion date in 2027. And then another project is in the works. It surrounds the redeveloping area there of the once bustling mall in Osage Beach. So the mall once boasted a capacity of over 100 storefronts, but now has less than 20. And the rest of that mall is vacant. So plans to redo the mall are still in their early phases with an estimated completion date of 2027. But when it comes to that amusement park and the pictures that we're showing you from it, pretty darn cool. We had we have 2 pictures of that, Projo, that we're showing?
Yeah. I just alternated between them.
I mean, it's pretty damn cool. It's like, look, you see how that lights up the sky too?
Yeah.
I mean, what an gorgeous spot down at the lake. Donna, come on. Donna says, where's all the sewage go? Okay.
Into the lake. Where else?
But that development really is spectacular. And it's something, and if you didn't know about it, we wanted to make sure that you were aware. But I really thought it was really cool. Now, Peter, who jumps in, says, like they need more boat traffic on the lake there. There's a lot of boat traffic when there's a lot of people down there. If you have an average size to smaller size boat, it can be a very rocky deal. Yes, I understand what you're saying. But at the same point in time, Peter, you sound like one of those old people now, like Projo.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to tell people about it. That's like my little spot. That's my little slice of heaven. I'm messing with you, Peter. I love you. But you're always going to, if something's good, you're always going to have people. It's capitalism. It's capitalism. And that's what's going to happen. Hey, just be grateful. There's, like I was talking about earlier, there's not a casino yet somewhere like in the main area. I mean, a casino.
It's coming, I'm sure.
I just, like I said, I'm shocked there isn't one yet. But it's all there. Peter's like, exactly. My little slice of heaven. Leave me alone. Stay off my boat dock.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Right. I think it's really cool though. I'd love to see the lake continue to do well. It has a lot of business and things that are going on. So anyway, it's just a big project. But to me, it makes sense. It makes sense from a business standpoint. And I bet they will do well. A great place for families to go and enjoy for kids. Grumpy Bear. That's you, Projo. You're the Grumpy Bear. Just kidding.
Put it on a t-shirt.
7:12 is our time. Hey, by the way, I want to let you know, the Incredible Pizza Store down in South County that's closing. If you're looking to catch a good deal, you may be able to catch a really good deal on some of the games. They had tons of games in there. Obviously, the Springfield business isn't going out of business anywhere except St. Louis. The St. Louis place, they want to close it. I was told, and I tried to get into this a little earlier, just a lot of fights. A lot of fights and people that were just starting a bunch of trouble started coming into the place. Literally, that's what I was told. It's not been reported anywhere. That's just what I was told. And that's what they wanted to close up shop.
Actually,
it's hurting business.
It might have been in an article because I think that when they asked the owners why they were closing up shop, it was just because they couldn't control the fighting.
Yeah, the fight. Yeah, you're right. That's what it was, Projo. And one even became a viral video.
Yep.
It's like, dude, you're going there for kids to have a good time, and you're beating the crap out of each other.
It's like going to Chuck E. Cheese and everybody's just going crazy.
What? Back in the day, the Chuck E. Cheese. So anyway, what Incredible Pizza is doing, you might be able to get a good deal out of this. They're auctioning off 100 of their arcade games as well as some of their rides, the restaurant fixtures, and there were a lot in there. So they're going to close this at the end of this weekend, August 17th. And they have a lot of things in there. I like some of those go-karts. They have go-karts in there. So what they're going to do with this, they were there for 13 years. So 13 years, and now they're getting rid of that. So some of the games that they're putting up, Space Invaders, Nerf Arcade, Wheel of Fortune, Deal or No Deal. You've seen those, skee ball.
Mm-hmm.
I love a skee ball machine. I think that'd be pretty damn cool.
We'll put it right here in the studio.
Skee ball machine. Yeah, with our bags game.
Yeah.
Mini bowling, NBA hoops games, laser tag, virtual reality games. Here it is. The rides being auctioned off, go-karts, bumper cars, and carousel and spaceship kiddie rides. I mean, they've got all kinds of fixtures as well. Coolers, prep tables, serving counters, pizza warmers, dining tables, all of those things they're auctioning off.
So if you have a small business and you need some tables.
Yeah, it might be. You can contact Incredible Pizza for more on the information in regards to getting involved in the auction for some of those video games. I mean, 100 arcade games, over 500 items. That's a lot. There's just a lot going on over there.
All because people can't keep it together.
Yeah, that's true. Some of those things happen. It's just like, okay, we shouldn't have to be worrying about this. Also, the film industry in the St. Louis area, we had tax incentives that were given to the state of Missouri, and what they had going on, now you're starting to see more and more dividends. It's always been a balance. The tax credits that you're giving, are you losing more money than actually is being brought in? But the return of the Missouri Motion Media Tax Incentive in 2023 allegedly is helping the St. Louis area become a gateway to making movies and TV in the Midwest. I was in Detroit when they did it there, and it actually paid for, they made a little money doing it. I don't know if they still have it there. I just know about the Missouri aspect of it. But from this standpoint, they say that the film office has been able to support more than 50 productions and millions of dollars in cinematic talent. So you've got talent, rather. $6 million in local wages over the last 1,500 days of filming. So just updating you. It might be something that you guys like, something that you guys get involved in. Maybe you've seen some things being shot around town. Eric Norwine, to use his hometown of St. Charles for his documentary, Queen of the Bass, over the last few months. That was something. So there's some other movies that have been shot around the St. Louis area right now. If you guys seen any filming, if you've seen anybody out and about, you can let us know about that as well. I used to see people around Detroit when they were filming some movies in the Detroit area, and it was kind of cool. It's cool for us all to see some of those things that are happening. And we'll get that information out when you guys want to do that as well. So appreciate you guys letting us know. Also, from the chat line, Greg says, did you guys hear about AOL ending their dial-up in September? Yes, there's people still using dial-up. Had no freaking idea. Thanks for the update there. Greg says, no, I don't want a divorce. I'm not going to go there and buy anything. That would be a bad idea. DTF with Jason Bateman. That's being shot in the St. Louis area as well. That's according to the chat line. We were talking about that a little bit earlier as well. This is Art City Now. Love it when you guys jump in. Also, here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll do that as well. Just running through some of the headlines. By the way, students are now dealing with the cell phone rules as they get back to school. Some schools started already this week. A lot of schools start next week. But that cell phone policy that Governor Kehoe put into place is now in full action. All the schools just had to have a plan, meaning kids are not supposed to have their cell phones with them unless there's an emergency. But every school, and it can differ from school to school, has a, quote, emergency plan in place, how to make sure that, if you need to talk to somebody, how you can do that, where you go to get permission to do that, to make sure that it happens as quickly as possible, as safe as possible, and to make sure that those things are all ramped up the right way and how they should be. And something else, if you guys use Google, don't get into any information giving. They've actually issued a warning to 1.8 billion users worldwide, because the company is seeing a new wave of threats to cybersecurity. So if you're using it and you see something weird, you start getting asked weird questions, text, emails, just stay away from it. You already know, you've been warned. None of it is worth it. You don't need to go down that road. Just stay far away when it comes to that standpoint. No. You don't need any of it. By the way, coming up, I don't know, in about 10, 15 minutes, we'll have Ken Suter on as well. We were talking about him earlier, promoting the fact of what to do with traffic stops, what not to do. A lot of people may know his name from the St. Louis area. Used to work at KC95 as well. Now putting out a lot of useful content and information for people to help them if you're ever dealing with a situation like that. So we just try to get out those information pieces as we can to make sure people are better prepared wherever you head throughout the St. Louis area. Also, a story that we started the show off with today. You know what? You should be able to go into a restroom and be comfortable and not have to worry about a camera being there. You should be able to go into a dressing room and not have to worry anything. You should be able to go into a hotel room or an Airbnb. But unfortunately, more and more of these stories keep popping up. And we've had a couple in St. Louis and now one from Clinton County, where a church's portable restroom, not one, but I think they called it their portable facility, 2 cameras, 2 recording devices, small ones, found inside of it. So we literally were talking about this last week. We start to see more and more of these situations happening. You keep your head on a swivel. How do you protect yourself? Well, I don't know. You guys do what you're going to do. You tell us how you want to handle that. We're just trying to make sure that you understand that some of these things are happening in the area. And of course, it's not cool that there's sick people out there, but we'll continue to see some of those things happen throughout the St. Louis area. We were talking about the Cardinals. They lost last night. They have a game at 1:15 today if people are looking for something to do during the day. It's a getaway day in Major League Baseball. Cardinals need a win today to take 2 or 3 from the Rockies and stay in the hunt for the final wild card spot. That would certainly be nice. Also, want to give a shout out to Lindenwood. It's the only school football team in the St. Louis area that's Division I football. They've done a phenomenal job, really. No, not outside of the church, inside the church portable facility bathroom, which I think the bathroom itself would be outside of the church. But I want to give a shout out to Lindenwood and what they've got going on over there. They made the transition to Division I football, and they're doing a pretty good job recruiting. And you have to be able to recruit when it comes to playing Division I and trying to win their division. And that's what they're all about now. And they're getting some good players. They're just trying to, get their full money in there. But Coach Judd Stuckart spoke with the local Fox, just gave a little bit of an idea of who they are, what they are. And we're just trying to promote Lindenwood, because if you like football and you like a local team, Division I, it's an opportunity to go watch some games here locally. If you're not headed to Mizzou, of course, in the fall. But here's Coach Judd.
Our expectations now is that we kind of have an expectation to compete for, obviously a conference championship. That's what everybody's trying to do. I think the first couple years coming into Division I and coming into OVC, it takes a little time to get your roster and get your team built up to a Division I program. I think last year we took big strides towards, especially in the second half of the season, where all of a sudden we got us a couple big wins and finished the season very strong. And I think we've kind of taken that momentum in the offseason to say, now we're, it's not just see where we're at anymore in this league. It's not really see where we're at in Division I. It's okay, we know what that is, and our expectation now is to go, compete every game and feel like we belong on the field, and we believe that we can be a contender. The filling out process is over with now. It's time to take that step.
And at the D2 level, you're in the playoffs, you're playing at a high level. How tough is it to transition then? And so, okay, not that you're going to get your teeth kicked in, but when you go to D1, hey, it's going to take a minute.
The difference is just the depth of your team, of that caliber of athlete. So obviously when we moved up, you know, it was easier to get some guys in the door that maybe would have slipped out to other places because they want the opportunity to play Division I football. And of course, being the only Division I, St. Louis is the only Division I team with the football team here helps a lot because a lot of kids, we love the area. Kids want to stay home, and we got probably one of the best recruiting areas in the country of St. Louis. And so, you know, it's been a game changer.
It has been a game changer and good for Lindenwood. Want to promote them. Great school. They turn out a lot of really good broadcasters as well. Nice school all the way around. They turn out a lot of good people all the way around. And it's been here in the St. Louis area. So good luck to Lindenwood as they begin their season coming up this year. Anybody wants to throw some shout outs for that, they can as well. By the way, if you want to give us a call, you can do that too. The phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. This is Arch City Now. Facebook, YouTube, and X is where you can stream us every day. And of course, if you have questions that you don't want to go onto our chat line on those spots, you can do that as well. You can do that at archcitynow@gmail.com, archcitynow@gmail.com. One other thing that I wanted to talk about too, I thought it was really cool. The local Fox 2 did a story that kind of went back in the Wayback Machine talking about Missouri ties, St. Louis ties to the mafia. And of course, Hollywood has glamorized the mafia business, and it's very intriguing to many of us in stories and movies and books. But there was one, it was called The Stone Killer, published in 2011. And it details a lot about the St. Louis early connections, which is very interesting when you start to think about what happened and where St. Louis was and who did some of these things, you know, former Fox 2 reporter. I read their article and I thought it was really good. I did not watch the story, but John Albel sat down with Ron Lawrence. He was a journalist who spoke to the infamous man behind the operations and transformed over 6,000 pages of transcripts into that book. Now, at the time, 42-year-old Jesse Stone King, who the book's about, he was a mob member, but he turned FBI working informant of the highest ranking. So that was back in 1983. Projo, I was telling you about it. He literally helped the FBI put 30 members in jail over 2 years. That was a big, big freaking deal. So, and his work focused on St. Louis.
Wow.
I mean, people who are here may, you know, I know them and they were the closed mafia and they got an Italian last name and, you know, those sorts of things. But they said that his work focused, and of course, it was all the efforts of a book that he put together, including La Casa Nostra. And after his work, the mafia had a $100,000 murder contract out to kill him. I had never heard about that.
It's really weird. I'm looking this up, and there was a Charles Bronson movie made in 1973, apparently, about this.
Really? In St. Louis area?
Yeah.
That is bizarre.
It's called Stone Killer.
Yeah, they said the outfits in Southern Illinois were run by Arthur Joseph Birney, and Stone King became Birney's lieutenant until he turned on them, which was just bizarre. And then it is also interesting because when you look at the full story of everything that happens, Stone King was found dead inside his car in January of 2003. So, 22 years ago, along a deserted road in Arizona, where he was living, hiding, following his work with the FBI. And the coroner ruled his death that he killed himself, that he shot himself.
Mm.
I mean, it all just plays out like one of those mafia movies.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. But it's an interesting read. I thought that credit for Fox for going back and doing it. I found it very interesting, much better than anything else that I had seen there in a while. I was like, ooh, this is fascinating when it comes to St. Louis. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, Ken Sutter is going to be joining us. Fascinating topic. I think we all have been stopped or pulled over at some point in our life. What to say, what not to say. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you have some questions. We could all get into that. We'll be doing that when we come back on Arch City Now. By the way, once again, you can stream us YouTube, X, and Facebook. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let people know what's going on. You can learn more about the entire network. We're here 24/7, all about St. Louis programming, niche programming as well. LouInfo.com. We'll be back with that interview with Ken Suter. You can also give us a call. If you have questions, jump in on the chat line. We are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at LouInfo.com. Projo's alongside. I'm Vic Faust, back with more right after this quick break.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising, or email partnerships at louinfo.com for more information.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown & Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown & Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. Police chiefs around St. Louis want to crack down on teen offenders. A 16-year-old carjacked an Uber driver last week and tried the same thing with a Lyft driver after he was released. Every system is being analyzed. 2 men have been charged with assault after allegedly hitting a woman and a man at the Missouri State Fair on Saturday. Jonathan Burdett Sr. and Devin Burdett of Lincoln, Missouri, faced charges after a fight. Jonathan also resisted arrest, according to officers. A nearly 300-mile-long butterfly conservation corridor following the route of Missouri's Highway 13 will connect what are currently fragmented habitats into a larger haven for pollinators. The Hamilton County Alliance is spearheading the project. There are 5 more phases yet to be finished. Washington University in St. Louis earned a #1 ranking in the Princeton Review's Best College Dorms. The review asked 170,000 students enrolled at more than 300 schools across the country. The campus offers freshmen and sophomores a fitness center, dining facilities, basketball, and sand volleyball courts. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have high pressure moving back into the area. We'll be getting sunshine today. Pretty warm, upper 80s on the afternoon high, upper 60s and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Looks about the same for Thursday, upper 80s and sunny. And then we get hot weather for the upcoming weekend. We're in the mid-90s on Friday and sunny, hot Saturday and Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Lou. Don't miss the Stiefel Charity Classic presented by Compliance Solutions, September 4th through 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. Watch PGA Tour champions compete and enjoy a live performance by music sensation OAR at Friday's community concert presented by CarShield. Tickets start at just $20. Kids, military, veterans, and first responders get in free. Get your tickets today at StiefelCharityClassic.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Vic Faust here, Projo alongside. It is Arch City Now here Monday through Friday, of course, 6 to 8 a.m. Everything St. Louis. Love it when you guys jump in. It's a beautiful, warm, sunny St. Louis morning. As I look out the window, the sun is up. It is shining. There is some cloud cover, but hey, it's a dog day of summer. We'll be around 90 degrees today. But it could be a whole lot worse. Glad you guys are with us, of course. Everything St. Louis. We're here. We take it to 8 o'clock, the top of the hour every day. Following us every Monday through Friday is Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. I'm glad to have this guy in studio, and I love the voice, the old school pipes, the disc jockey, the DJ, Ken Suter. You just said the word KWK. And you took me in the Wayback Machine.
Oh yeah, I haven't
loved
heard
it.
that
I was
in a while.
like, dude, I'm old enough to remember KWK. Although I had the frequency wrong, I said, was that 106.5? And Kenny, you thought maybe 105.6.
Yeah, I think it's 106.5 now.
Oh yeah, no, I was like,
yeah, I think you were right.
I had all the numbers in there. I just couldn't figure out. Plus, when were you on the Keishi?
Well, so I started Keishi in 78 and worked there till 1982 when I got fired. That happens to everybody
Yeah,
in
of course
radio.
it does.
You know. So I got fired and went over to KWK, and they hired me immediately. I mean, they hired me on the spot because I was doing afternoon drives on Keishi. So I went to work for Keishi, and then they started having some issues, and they were simulcast, or they had an AM station and an FM station, and then they started to simulcast their signal. So they had to lay off half of the staff. And since I was new, I got laid off. But then I went back to Keishi and worked there from 84 to 85. And then in 85, I'd had enough.
Yeah,
So
no, I get
I
it.
retired.
Well, God gave you a voice and he gave you a passion for it. Now you're helping people too. I'll say you're entertaining people, but you're entertaining people in a way that is also helpful. Okay, we came across you because of your very popular YouTube videos when it comes on what to do or what not to do in a traffic stop, because so many people get pulled over, and we can make a big deal about this. We can make it very complicated, but it sounds like it's not very complicated. How is that?
It's not very complicated at all. Just keep your mouth shut. I mean,
Damn, that's great advice for life.
that's
Just
about
keep,
as simple
no
as
matter
I
what
can
you want to
put it.
say, just keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut. You wouldn't believe how many people stick their foot in their mouths
Oh, I
during
would.
traffic
I
stops
would.
and wind off going to jail because of it. And if they had just kept their mouth shut, okay, nothing would have happened.
Well, tell people what you do right now and how you got started doing it.
Well, first of all, your audience is probably wondering, why does he have an old Keishi rock and roll disc jockey on here
Maybe.
talking about traffic stops? I happened to get pulled over one time in Louisiana, Missouri, and I turned on my video camera and I recorded the exchange, and it got a little different. It got bizarre.
So did you already have a video camera in your vehicle?
I had it ready for whenever I get pulled over because
Okay.
I
Like a dash,
videotape
like dash
everything.
cam video or?
Actually, this was just like a handheld camera.
Okay. So that the officer can see you and you're holding it.
Actually, I had it propped up on the dashboard.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I made sure that the officer saw it because you definitely want to videotape all of your encounters. And when you do, excuse me, you need to get it from the very beginning. I mean, you can't turn on your camera halfway during a traffic stop. Otherwise, the officer can say something happened before you turn the camera on. And it's your word against theirs, and we all know how that goes. So you really need to document your activity and make them aware of it. Let them know that you're videotaping. They're on their best performance. I mean, they're on their best behavior when they know they're on camera.
But aren't they on camera too, though? Aren't most of these departments now operating a camera?
I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people in your audience would say, well, why videotape and antagonize that cop whenever he's got a camera on? Okay. And a cop will tell you that too. There's no need for you to videotape. I'm videotaping. Yeah, right? Well, you try to get a hold of that video after the fact, and you're going to find out they're not going to give it to you. So it's very important that you videotape your encounters.
So when did you get pulled over in Louisiana, and what happened that
it
led you
was
into
about
that?
10 or 11 years ago. And like I told you earlier that I was watching YouTube videos of people getting pulled over, and they were sticking their foot in their mouth. And I decided, if I'm going to get pulled over, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to say these 4 words. I don't answer questions. So I put it to the test, and the outcome went viral. Okay, I'm just like 5 million views on this video right now. And if you've got that queued up, if we could take a look at it.
So this is just to remind our listeners and our viewers, this is from about 10, 11 years ago in Louisiana, Missouri.
Correct.
The first time you ever did it.
Correct.
Okay.
And it started a firestorm. I mean, across the internet, everybody is now doing this.
Oh, I see content all over the place.
That's all you got to do to go to YouTube and type in "I don't answer questions," and you can see that this movement has taken off and has gone wild. Everybody uses it. All First Amendment auditors and anybody that's ever seen videos knows that that's good defense against cops that are trying to get you to talk yourself into trouble. But anyway, if you want to roll that right now, this is called on YouTube. The title is "How to Survive a Traffic Stop. I Don't Answer Questions." This is Sergeant Jackman.
Well, I'm sure he loves you.
Oh, he does. I guarantee you that.
Yes, sir. Roll your window down for me, please. I can hear you just fine. So I'm going to have to ask you to roll the window down. I can hear you just fine, officer. There's my license. To roll the window down, please. I can hear you just fine, officer. There's my license. There's my registration. Or my insurance. Is there some reason you can't roll the window down? I saw you roll it up. I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. You don't answer questions? That's correct. What's the reason for that? I don't answer questions. Do you want my license and registration or not?
Notice how he threw that back at me.
You just drop it in the window.
What's your last name for me? I don't answer questions. I'm going to need you to pronounce your last name. I don't answer questions. It's there on the license.
Why does a cop need me to pronounce my name? I don't get it.
You know why.
It's control.
He's definitely befuddled.
I look a lot different than I did 11 years ago, though.
Buddy, you were traveling 43 and a 30. Actually, it said 40. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 30. You're pretty sure or you're positive? You're pretty sure or you're positive? I can argue with you. All right, well, I'll just turn around and I'll check. Here's your information. You want to hand it to me, please?
That's as far as I'm
Would you please stick it through the window?
I'm not going to do that, Mr. Suter.
All right, well then, I don't know what to tell you.
Sounds like we're going to be on the side of the road a long time.
Well, I guess so.
This cop is trying so hard to get me to roll down my window. Why? So he can say he smells drugs?
Yeah, you beat him up so bad. I'm almost feeling bad for him.
I know.
He looks so bad.
Hey, he is flustered, there's no doubt. He doesn't know what to do. He's never come across somebody that won't bow down.
For our listeners on radio, we're showing a traffic stop, and you're hearing the sound between Ken Suter and a police officer from Louisiana, Missouri, about 10 years ago. Ken has content that goes viral all the time with police stops on his YouTube channel, the Ken Suter YouTube channel.
That's correct.
The Ken Suter YouTube channel. So if you're listening on radio, I wanted to make sure you understood what was going on because you didn't have the aspect of the video, which we are showing right now, as Ken sits in his car waiting for the officer to say something.
Give me another opportunity to take your information, Mr. Suter, and roll your window down so I can hand you the citation.
You can pass it right through here. Thank you.
That's not going to work.
You see, he started to pass it through, and then he brought
I
it
don't know
back.
what to tell you. I'm willing to take it right here. Would you please give this to me, or are you not going to give me the ticket?
You see him drop his holster? Watch that. This is like Barney Fife, man. He dropped his holster.
So what? Okay, we just saw him drop. Was that your information that he dropped through the window?
Yeah. That was my
license,
or insurance paper. He threw that back in.
Officer, am I being detained or am I free to go? I am being detained? Am I being detained? He won't answer me.
See, they're supposed to answer you if you ask them if you're being detained.
Now, if they don't answer, can you just leave?
Some people do.
Oh,
did you see that?
For our listeners,
June 7th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
the officer threw his ticket. So he did give you a ticket.
Yeah, he threw it in the window.
Am I free to go now? Am I free to go? I'm not being detained any longer? Nope. All right, thank you.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, who's
I think that's his backup.
Another guy just arrived on scene.
Yeah, that was definitely his backup. He was at a barbecue.
These are intimidation tactics.
Oh, that's what they're all about. Intimidation.
Okay. Let me ask that. I love the video and that went viral, millions of views. My question is, what is the advantage right there? By the way, first of all, I don't want to blow the lead here. Did you go to court on this ticket?
I did.
And what happened?
I did. I fought it in court and I lost and I appealed. And as soon as I appealed, they informed me, well, if you lose on appeal, then you're going to have to pay for the jury. I'm like, you're kidding me. Isn't that like something that is provided by the community, in the word of justice? And I forgot what I was going to say.
In regards to going and fighting it on appeal, I was curious because you had to go and pay the
So
ticket.
I just dropped out. I mean, I bowed out of it at that point in time because I didn't want to be responsible for paying a jury if they couldn't find me not guilty.
I get that. My other question is then, as I watch the video, what is the advantage of not saying anything if you know that it was just getting pulled over for speeding? Or did you know you were getting pulled? I'm trying to think of every aspect possible to help our viewers and listeners understand why not even talk if it's going to be a ticket, a speeding ticket.
To why not talk?
Yeah. Or is that how you think every single stop should go, just like you handled it?
Well, if you don't, they can get out of control. They can ask you to get out of your car and search your vehicle.
This has happened to me before. That's why I'm asking.
So you have been detained and searched.
And yes, and it was all because my mouth.
Well, see, that's not right. I mean, you've got a First Amendment right to say whatever you want.
I know.
I don't know what the encounter.
My situation was just disagreeing. and
they pulled you out of the car and
it-
searched
well,
it because of
and
that?
And there was a heavy rainstorm going on. It was a crazy thing.
So he
I'm just-
wanted you to get out of the car so
So-
you'd have to get wet.
Yeah. So I'm bringing up every possible aspect that could happen and why people should just keep their mouths shut.
People should keep their mouths shut. I know people that don't say a word. I mean, not one word. They hand them a driver's license and don't utter one syllable. You know, it's dangerous because they're taught to interrogate you without you knowing it. And if you say the wrong thing, it can open up a can of worms. You're going to get your car searched. You might even be arrested. It's very likely.
What about the situation? Projo, did you have a question? Were you trying to ask a question?
No, sorry.
Okay. I thought I saw you lean up. So I guess in those situations too, if you're speeding and you get pulled over and you kind of know that you were speeding, because most of the time if you get pulled over, you know if you're speeding or not. You know that.
Sure.
So you're saying at that point in time, okay, just take your medicine. Don't try to get out of it. Don't say anything, because once you open up conversation, then other things can happen.
A lot of other things can happen.
Okay.
And it depends on how you answer.
Do you generally think most police, men and women, are trying to do a good job?
I am not anti-cop. Let's make that clear to
Okay.
begin with. I am not anti-police. As a matter of fact, we need them. They perform a very important service for our community. What I don't like are bad cops. Cops that are not trained right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they cause problems. They cause people problems. They cause the city problems in lawsuits, you know, and it's all because either they're not trained right or they're just plain rogue officers and they're the ex-high school yard bully that is just making a career out of bullying people around. And there's a lot of them. All you have to do is turn on YouTube and watch a few of these videos. There are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere.
Well, I see content on Instagram about what to do in a traffic stop, whether, you know, alcohol's involved or not or anything. What have your other stops been like throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area? Because you videotaped, and I'm curious how many you videotaped.
Well, I'll tell you one stop that I had, and I don't have it on YouTube right now. I could bring it in the future if you want. But it was like at 1:30 in the morning and all the bars had closed. I got pulled over unlawfully. I committed no infraction whatsoever. I was just in an area that the police didn't particularly like me being in, okay?
Mhm.
So it's 1:30 in the morning, and at 1:30 in the morning, we all know there's a lot of drunks out there that just left the bar, okay? Well, I got pulled over. I didn't want to say anything. I put up a DWI flyer. Have you ever heard of the DWI flyer?
No.
Okay, it's a piece of paper. It says, I don't answer
Oh, yeah.
questions.
Yeah, I have.
I
I've seen
want
those.
my attorney.
I didn't know it was called that.
I'm not going to roll down my window because section so-and-so of the penal code says I don't have to. Okay, so basically you just take this flyer and you put it up against the window, and it has your insurance information in it and your driver's license and a note for the cops. If you want to ticket me, put it on my windshield. I'm not rolling down my window. I have a First Amendment right to keep my mouth shut, and I'm going to exercise it. So I put this DWI flyer up against my window. Now, you might ask, well, don't you have to hand them your driver's license? Don't you have to hand them your insurance? And the answer is no. You don't have to hand it to them. You just have to display it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just put your driver's license up against the window, that requires your legal. It's okay for you to do that because you just have to display it. Now, a lot of cops will get butthurt about it and say, hand me the driver's license. Roll down your window. Hand me that driver's license. It can get out of control real easy. And a lot of times it does.
And you're protecting yourself by not rolling down a window to make sure that you can't be accused of anything else besides a possible traffic violation or citation, whatever it may be, because of why you got pulled over.
Sure. If you don't roll down your window, they can't say they smell alcohol on your breath. If you don't roll down your window, they can't say, Your Honor, I smelled marijuana in the car. You know? So you're protecting yourself from these rogue cops that get off on being bullies.
We appreciate it. Talking with Kenny Suter right now, former KC DJ, become super popular on YouTube with your YouTube channel, Kenny Suter, regarding traffic stops, what to do, what not to do. Was that a St. Louis City situation that you're bringing up? And what happened in this situation where you pulled over 1:30-ish?
That was O'Fallon.
O'Fallon, Missouri?
Yeah, it was right at Highway 70 and Highway K.
So then what happened when you put up your DWI letter?
They looked a little bewildered and baffled.
Probably had never seen it.
Probably never seen a DWI flyer before, but it spelled everything out legally, you know. They looked at it, went back to their car to run me to see if I had any warrants. And then they came back and said, "Thank you very much. Have a nice evening." Much to my surprise.
No ticket?
No ticket.
Because they didn't pull you over for any reason.
Exactly.
They were doing it from we suspect.
Right. Now, have I decided to talk to them, I would have called them out on why I had been pulled over. But you don't want to do that at 1:30 in the morning.
No, I get it. What if you're driving and you're speeding at 1:30 in the morning? Handle it the same exact way.
Same. All encounters, every encounter you have. Doesn't matter if you're pulled over by the police, if they come to your door, if they approach you while you're out in public, whatever. You need to document that encounter.
And it doesn't matter if it's a local police officer, a county, a state cop, all the same way.
Makes no difference whatsoever.
Have your video camera rolling or a phone video.
Yes.
And show the entire incident.
Yes. I have another example if you'd like to see another video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize we hadn't. I forgot.
I've got another one.
Yeah, we've got like 3 minutes left. We got, what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes left in the show, Projo?
We got enough
2 minutes.
Play the one, Cops at My Door.
How long does it take?
Play that. It's about 2 minutes. Play it.
It's about 1:32. Here
Let's
we go.
pop it up and we'll see.
Go for it. There's a caption that says the First Amendment of the United States Constitution is part of the Bill of Rights, and it was added to the Constitution in 1791 and protects citizens from self-incrimination, among other things. Since anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, why would anyone want to give police evidence to use against themselves?
How's it going?
There's a cop at my door.
Can
I help you?
Are you Kenneth Suter?
I don't answer questions. Can I help you?
I was looking for a Kenneth Suter.
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Can you give me your phone number?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, is there anybody here that can answer questions?
Don't answer questions.
Okay. I'm not sure how to respond to that, sir.
What did he just say?
I'm not sure how to respond to that, sir.
That's exactly the point.
I'm not sure how to respond to that, sir.
Wait, but did you not know this officer was coming to your house?
Sorry.
No idea.
Have a nice evening.
Okay, I'll be back.
Chat line.
Did you hear what he said? I'll be back. You know?
Did he come back?
No, he never did. No, he sat out in front of my house for about 5 minutes. And then he took off. He never came
Truck,
back.
man. Truck. What the hell am I supposed to do, man? Consider, you've been great to talk to, man. We appreciate it. We'll get you back on the show. How can people find you again and learn more about you and contact you?
Well, they can find me, of course, on Facebook and YouTube, the Kenny Suter channel. That's SUITTER. And you'll see some other videos like that there. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it.
Dude, I love it. You should do some road time, some bedtime stories, man, with that voice or something. You never found out why they were there. We got to get out of here. You didn't find out.
I know why they were there.
Oh, okay.
Would you like me?
We got 10 seconds.
Okay. We don't have time to get
love
into
you,
it.
man. This is good stuff.
Next time.
We will. We'll get you back
I've got
on.
more to share with you.
For Projo, I'm Vic Faust. We're Arch City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up next. Guys, have a great Wednesday.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the